I'm Sarah with People for Bikes. Thanks for joining us in this series as we share our passion for making biking better for everyone. Most cities have the bits and pieces of good places to ride bikes. A path along a river, some appealing neighborhood streets, and possibly a protected bike lane. The trick, though, is to move from individual projects to connecting a bike network that allows people on bikes to travel anywhere in their community without worrying about how they will get there. While every street won't be bike-friendly in the short term, linking a functional bike network is within reach in many places. In fact, creating that network may be easier than you think. Most cities have extensive networks of neighborhood streets that with a little effort can be fine-tuned to provide better biking connections. These streets are often quiet, where the speed and volume of traffic are low enough for cars and bikes to mix comfortably. And with a few inexpensive tweaks, can quickly connect whole neighborhoods to the schools, parks, trails, and shopping people on bikes are trying to reach. To learn why slow streets are such an important component of complete bike networks, we spoke with Derek Abe, Planning Associate at Alta Planning and Design. Derek works with communities of all sizes to develop active transportation systems that create interesting, accessible, and healthy places for everyone.
So, residential streets are, in many, if not most cases, the streets we all begin and end our trips on, right? They're the streets we live on, and they're people places. They are, not going to get us to our destinations entirely or for all of our trips, but they can do a lot of the heavy lifting for shorter local trips, whether it's, for work, getting to and from school, or for playing. The residential streets play a critical function in the overall transportation system, right? They're calm, vehicle traffic is slow, right? And the street space can be used for a variety of purposes, very safely, very comfortably. Like boulevards, neighborhood greenways, they go by a variety of names. These are one type of facility that, cities have had a great deal of success with. When we get the details right, when we have traffic calming, when we have lower vehicle volumes, and we have improved crossings of some of these larger, busier streets, we can really begin to encourage more folks, of all ages and abilities to hop on a bike.
For many of us, low traffic residential streets have been popular biking routes for years. They are relatively safe and uncontroversial. And if you want to quickly add miles to your bike network, there is no cheaper or faster way than utilizing your city's most prominent public asset. And recently, North American cities have advanced this concept into something more, a specific infrastructure type that works to calm speeds, reduce cut-through traffic, and open the streets to people of all ages and abilities, no matter how they choose to get around.
There are a wide range of facility types that we can employ in our roadways. They can be physically separated, they can be shared spaces, they can be a combination of those. One of the main objectives, I think, is to make that experience safe and comfortable. And so, slow speeds are kind of that common denominator. Input and engagement and experience are really important. And there's, a few ways to look at it, but the level of engagement that we pursue, that we commit to, is really going to be reflected in the success of those types of projects. Are we building and designing something that's going to work? Are we also building and designing something that folks are going to be receptive of, that they're going to feel safe and comfortable? If we truly value our residential streets in these sorts of functional contexts, it's only reasonable that we begin to rethink how we typically treat these spaces and how we might reprioritize them.
With more than 50 miles of neighborhood streets already designated as safe bike routes, the City of Boulder recently enacted a new 20-mile-per-hour speed limit on residential and local streets. This lowered speed will work alongside the existing diverters, speed humps, traffic circles, and bump outs that connect Boulder's neighborhoods to the intricate network of paved trails and on-street bike lanes that make biking seamless and effortless there. We talked with Boulder's senior transportation planner, DK Kemp. DK specializes in multimodal infrastructure design and programming.
The city put together a low-stress walk and bike network plan last year, and it was really a guide to help us understand the context of each street. And we said, let's strive to accomplish 20 miles per hour speed limit on these streets. It had been 25 for decades. The statistics around crashes and the rate of injury per every 5 miles per hour, we decided that that's absolutely a great idea. We want people to feel comfortable when traveling through residential local streets, and going slower makes neighbors feel better about it as well. And so with kids playing in the street and whatnot, we really wanted to create that environment. But we know that signs alone won't do it. We also have to create new infrastructure, new street designs in order to force vehicles to go the speed limit that we desire. We've been using a variety of different treatments, from chicanes to speed humps to speed cushions, and so it just won't be signs, but there actually will be new street designs in place that force vehicles to go that speed that we want. We know that Boulder has an excellent off-street bike network today. We call it the multi-use path, and it goes all throughout town, north, south, east, and west. And what we were really trying to achieve was to create a seamless interface or connection between the on-street and the off-street network. Whether you're on-street or you're off-street, we want you to have an enjoyable experience and feel comfortable riding, because we know that traffic stress plays a major role in convincing people or encouraging people to ride a bike for transportation or recreation. Mimicking or emulating the environment, the experience, the feel that you have on a multi-use path was something that we were trying to achieve on our residential streets. I predict we'll see increases in bike mode share over the following years.
When you're planning your future bike network, don't forget the easy, low-cost potential of your neighborhood streets. With the proper attention to keeping traffic speeds low, your community can create a trail-like experience through the neighborhood. A pleasant, calm place where you can ride side by side with friends and family. Thanks for joining as we looked at one of the ways your city can make bicycling better. Visit our City Ratings website for more tools and resources that will improve the health, livelihood, and future of our streets, cities, and planet. Together, let's create a better world through bikes.